Why does thinking about our childhood often make us feel this very heavy and sinking feeling in our chest? Why is it that we can admit that our friends are hurting us, our partners have hurt us, but we are completely terrified to admit that our parents have broken our hearts? Why do we keep telling ourselves in our mind that they tried their best, they've sacrificed so much money for my education, so I should not be complaining? We are just walking around carrying these very deep and bleeding wounds, and we refuse to clean them because society tells us that to admit and to acknowledge that your parents made a mistake is the ultimate sin. This video is not for the person that we show to the world, it's for the person that we hide from it. Welcome home. And today we are going to open the heaviest door in our culture. We are going to talk about our parents. And I just want you to know that it's completely safe to listen to this. You are not wrong or a bad person to feel the way you feel. Many of us suffer from extreme anxiety today. We are chronic people pleasers, we cannot handle failure, we are constantly just telling ourselves that we are not enough. And to be brutally honest, most of us know where this feeling has exactly come from. Think about your childhood home. Think about the tension on the dinner table. Remember when you just had to scan the footsteps in your hallway to know who it was? Remember when you could just tell what mood your parents were in just by the way they closed their door? You learned that love was conditional, that if you brought back home perfect grades, or if you stayed quiet, or if you didn't cause any trouble, you would be loved. You learn to shrink your entire existence just to keep the adults at the home calm. But the moment we try to talk about this pain when we are adults, this massive wave of guilt just crashes all over us. We think of how hard they have worked, we think of the food on the table, and we just completely swallow our tears. We protect our parents' image while letting our own mental health completely collapse. So why is this guilt so incredibly powerful? Because in our culture, we do not treat parents as humans, we treat them as gods. Society teaches us that parents are always right. We are told that their sacrifice means that our entire lives belong to them. Log kya kahenge? What will people say if you speak against your family? If we disagree with them, we are called disrespectful. If we say that we are hurting, we are called just selfish and ungrateful. And because a child views their parents as perfect gods, the child's brain makes a very tragic calculation. When your parents yelled at you, or just ignored you, or made you feel like you were worthless, your little brain just said that my parents are just perfect gods, and if they are angry at me, if they have ignored me, maybe I am the problem. We took the blame for their unhealed stress. We carried their anger in our tiny bodies. And society praised us for being obedient. But we were not being obedient. We were just traumatized. When we refuse to look at the reality of our childhood, the cost is devastating. Because whatever pain you do not heal from in your parents, you will eventually pass it down to your children, or you will start to go and seek it out in romantic relationships. If your parents only gave you attention when you were perfect, you will spend your whole life just trying to find a partner who makes you beg for love. And we stay stuck in this loop. We cannot become a truly free adult as long as we are viewing our parents as these flawless deities. You cannot heal a wound if you refuse to admit that you are bleeding. Gratitude for their financial sacrifice does not cancel out the reality of the emotional pain that has been caused. So how do we break this generational curse without actually hating our families? First, we actually have to ungod them. We have to take them off this pedestal that we have put them on. Two opposing things can be true at the exact same time. Your parents sacrificed everything for you, and they also passed their unhealed trauma on to you. They loved you with all of their heart, and they broke you in ways that still keeps you up at night. You don't have to hate them to heal. You just have to be completely and brutally honest. The next time you look at your parents, do not look at them as these powerful figures who have controlled your life. Look at them exactly as who they are, unhealed children who were brought up by unhealed children. They grew up in a culture of survival. They didn't have therapy. They didn't have the language of mental health. They were doing the best that they could do with the broken tools that they were provided with. When you view them as flawed and tired humans, this anger inside of you will just start turning into this quiet grief. You will start to realize that it was never about you. You were never broken. They were just carrying a very heavy bag of this generational trauma and they accidentally dropped it on you. Forgiveness does not mean pretending that it didn't hurt. It means deciding that you are not going to carry this bag anymore. Now it's time to put this heavy bag down. You can deeply honor your parents and still protect your peace. You can love them with all of your heart and still draw a boundary. You are not the darkness that you feel. You are the light that watches it. So if you could resonate with this topic, I would request you to like, share and subscribe to this channel. It will really help the channel grow and we can do more amazing things and we can talk about topics like this that are heavy, that are very prevalent in our culture, that we all feel and go through but are not able to speak about. Because I personally know that I grew up in a household where I believed a lot of things that were said to me and my worth and my beliefs were decided by them. So I hope this video just provides some healing and some understanding to anyone who is watching it. And I'm hoping to see you next Sunday.